Hey everybody, I'm Andrew. Today I want to take a look at the Dark Blader X5 from Cougar. If this is a case that you're thinking of or looking at for your next build, stick around. We're going to unbox this. And I've not ever seen this case before in person, so in front of it here, it is not very heavy. It is a mid-tower case though. I've got it upside down. Kind of got a nice look. I like that. And that is tempered glass, 4 millimeters. And this particular case comes with just a single rear fan, 120 millimeter, not RGB or anything, just a standard black fan. We've got a bottom mounted power supply. It does have vents at the bottom there. The box says mid-tower case with superior airflow. So it's got 3 vents right there. Got a few more vents on the side right there. That looks like that's about it. We do get, again, a power supply, some vent holes there. Not a magnetic filter, it's just one of those that kind of clips in. And again, there's your vertical GPU mount. All your buttons and I/O panels are on the top there. We got 3 USB ports, 1 USB 3, headphone jack, microphone, power, reset, and no USB-C though. Yeah, to get the side panel off is just these 2 rear screws back here, and it just kind of works itself off. It's kind of got a metal piece right here where those screws mount to. And on the inside, looks like it's all painted. Fairly decent paint job. I don't see any areas that are not painted. It supports mini ITX, micro ATX, ATX, CEB, and eATX. And just give it kind of a moderate pull and it should come right off. On the front here we do get a magnetic filter. And we've got room for 320 millimeter fans, and it supports your standard radiators in the front and on the top. There is also a magnetic filter on the top. They're different, well, they're different sizes, but different colors. It's gray on the top and a black one in the front. There we go. That one screw's just kind of tight holding it in. Nothing too fancy there, fairly standard. Got all our front panel cabling here. Kind of a nice touch. It's got little Velcro straps for cable management. There are no covers or anything here. So probably overall a little bit light in the cable management department as far as anything on the back side here. The storage options on this include 2 3.5-inch drive bays. One right here. That's the only sled it comes with. The other one it shows mounting on top of this drive cage here. The drive cage does come out. There's 2 screws on the bottom. It's also painted white. That comes out and you can mount 1 drive on top, 1 on the sled. The 2.5-inch drive bays you get 2, and you can mount 2 here, or you can choose to remount those in here, whichever you prefer. The radiator support for the front is 360 millimeter down to 120 millimeter. The top is 360 down to 120, and the rear, of course, you can put a 120 millimeter. Okay, that is a quick breakdown of the Cougar Dark Blader X5. Overall, my initial impressions are good. It's kind of light, on the construction. The construction is good, the paint job is good, but overall, it's a very, very light case, and it's probably one of the lighter cases that I've worked with. And so the cable management is lacking on it. Again, it does have the hooks to put your zip ties in, but there's no grommets. There's nothing fancy back here. You'll have to get creative if you're going to do a bunch of RGB lighting, which we're going to do some in this. So I will do a quick build in it. I will show you some close-ups of that and time-lapse. We spend a lot of time on that, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts and impressions. there you have it, everybody. There's a basic build in the Cougar Dark Blader X5 PC gaming case. So I'll just give you my final impressions of this case. There's a few things I like about it and a few things I didn't like about it. Overall, I like the styling. I like the color of it. I like the fact, the filters are easy to get to. The front panel comes off nice and easy. I like that the front panel is on the top on this one. Yeah, on the other Cougar case I have, and on a lot of cases, right, when you pull the front cover off, all the buttons are here and you got all the wiring, and it's just this janky mess of trying to get to anything in there. So it was really nice not having that cable in the way. There's not a lot of room under this cover here. You're not going to get fans and anything in the front. This was just a basic build, so just 3 intake fans and 2 exhaust fans. And so I did do some temperature testing, just running a few of the benchmarks and things like that. And so overall the temperatures were fine in it. There's nothing really powerful in here. So, your results could vary from this. And I tested with the front cover off, because that's everybody's complaint with these front covers, is that they block the airflow. So I did get a few degrees difference when I pulled the front cover off and took the filter off, and ran the fans on high and low. I was getting 3 or 4, maybe 2 to 3 degrees difference at most, and that could be just some statistical anomaly. So all the temperatures were decent, reasonable. You're not setting any records, but then there's nothing really high performance in here CPU wise. So all in all, this would be a good basic build for you. A couple things that I didn't like about the case was the cable pass-through holes on the motherboard back plate. There's no grommets on those. They're just and there's 4 of them there. There's quite a bit of empty space right there. Easy to get your cables through, but then when you're done, your cable management is all showing back there. So the back panel of this has no glass. So you saw what the cable management looked like. Cable management is tight in there, but that's almost every case I've ever built in. The power supply basement, I was able to take the hard drive cage out, which gave plenty of room down there to kind of tuck your cables in. I was going to mount the GPU vertically in this and test with that, but I've really only got one video card on hand, and it's a 3-slot 2070 Super. This is only a 2-slot vertical bracket. Well, it doesn't even have the bracket. You'd have to buy that, but it's only got 2 slots, so that card would not fit in it. So I didn't get a chance to test and show you guys what that looks like. So not really a negative on the case, just something I wasn't able to mess around with on it. There's plenty of room in the front for AIOs and radiators. In most of these cases in the top, it's a little tight up in there, but you should have no problem getting a standard AIO in there. Anyways, overall, I don't have any real major complaints. The front panel it's kind of plasticky. It doesn't look bad in person. It's decent enough. If this is going to get some foot traffic or going to be down by your feet, it's probably going to get marked up over time. So, but sitting on your desk, it looks really good. I think it's a decent case. The white one was, I think it's $81.99 when I checked earlier today, and honestly, at $81.99, it feels a little bit overpriced, because I think I mentioned earlier that overall the takeaway from this case is it's made well, but it's kind of cheap. And there's not a lot of frills in it. Even $81.99 just feels a little bit overpriced. The black one is $51.99. That feels a little bit more like what the price of this case should be. Is super light when you get it. So anyways, if you're in the market and you like this case, go for it. Just understand what you're getting. It's on the cheaper side of things. There are better cases out there. But if this is the look that you want to nail, it's a decent enough case. The build went well, it works great, it'll look good, and I don't have any problems with it. So, all right, anyways, if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer questions, if something comes up. If I didn't cover something that was important to you, let me know down there, and I'll be happy to answer that. As always, appreciate you watching. That's it for today. Thanks. Bye.